Jose Rizal Trial and Execution. Journey to Kangaroo Court. Left Manila on September 3 to Barcelona. Governor Blanco issued 2 letters of recommendation to Ministerio de Ultramar in Spain, saying that Rizal is cleared of any connection to revolution in Manila. The one addressed personally to Rizal and another one was for General Marcelo D. Azcárraga of Ministerio de Ultramar. Rizal met Pedro Comos and Don Pedro Rojas, a rich Creole from Manila, and his son Peregrine as a fellow passenger. When the boat Isla de Panay arrived in Singapore in September 7, Rizal was urged by his 2 met passengers to escape in Singapore to save his life, but he refused. Rizal was unaware that the Governor-General and the head of Ministerio de Ultramar had exchanged letters to plan his arrest in Barcelona because he has considered now as a dangerous Filipino who was responsible for the raging Philippine Revolution. And this is the boat of Isla de Panay. Before reaching Malta, Captain Alimani informed Rizal that he will be arrested and detained because of a filed charge against him. He advised to stay on the cabin, reach Barcelona on October 3 and placed under General Iologo Despujol. Detained temporarily on October 6 at Montjuic Castle, headed by Iologo Despujol. After integrating, he was advised to be brought back to the Philippines on the same day with the ship Colon. During the journey to Manila, a friendly officer told Rizal that Madrid newspapers were full of stories about the bloody revolution in the Philippines and were blaming him for it. On October 11, before reaching port, said Rizal's diary was confiscated and was critically examined, but returned on November 2 and his cabin was searched thoroughly by the authorities. After landing in Manila on November 3, he was imprisoned to the Port Santiago as a comunicado. Spanish authorities grabbed several evidences against Rizal as they arrested and tortured Pasiano, Deodato Arellano, Dr. Pio Valenzuela, Moises Salvador, Jose Dizon, Domingo Franco, Timoteo Paez, and Pedro Serrano Lactao. The preliminary investigation happened on November 20. Colonel Francisco Olive interrogated accused Rizal of being the responsible and mastermind for the uprising in Manila on August 1896. But Rizal was not permitted to confront for those who testified against him. Documentary evidences. Letter to Antonio Luna and Marcelo H. Del Pilar on October 16, 1888. Letter to his family August 20, 1890. Letter to Marcelo H. Del Pilar and Deodato Arellano on January 7, 1889. Condiman, September 12, 1891. Letter to Carlos Oliver, September 18, 1891. Masonic document, February 9, 1892. Letter to Juan Zulueta Tenluz, May 24, 1892. Letter to a committee, June 1, 1892. Undated letter to the editor of Hong Kong Telegraph. Letter from Ildefonso Laurel, September 3, 1892. Letter from Ildefonso Laurel, 1893. Letter of Marcelo H. Del Pilar to Juan Zulueta, June 1, 1893. Speech of Emilio Jacinto in Katipunan, July 23, 1893. Speech of Jose de Santiago in Katipunan, July 23, 1893 at Talisay. Colonel Olive submitted the interrogation reports to Governor Blanco on November 26. Then Captain Rafael Dominguez was assigned to be a special judge advocate. They made a summary of the case and submitted to Judge Advocate General Nicolas de la Peña. Rizal Trial. Among the spectators were Josephine Brocken, some newspapermen, and many Spaniards. Captain Dominguez represented Rizal's case on the day of the formal trial under a military court on December 26. Rizal had his defense speech explaining, La Lega Filipina was a civic organization that seeks reform, not a revolutionary group. He even advised Valenzuela to not pursue the planned revolution. He was a true traitor. He could escape in the Pitan or in Singapore during the time that he was there. Archbishop Nozaleda of Manila convinced Jesuit members to give spiritual consolation for Rizal in order to retract his missionary linkage, a chance for him to save his life for the last minute. Rizal last moments. 4 p.m., Rizal was visited by his mother, Trinidad, other sister, and some nephew. Rizal knelt down to his mother, kissed her hands, and begging her to forgive him, while his mother was crying as the guards separated them. At this moment, he gave the alcohol cooking stove to Trinidad, saying, "There's something inside." At the same time, he met his wife Josephine with his sister Josepa. 8 p.m., Rizal had his last supper and informed Captain Dominguez he already forgave his enemies, included military judges. 10 p.m., the most controversial hours of Rizal's last day happened. Rizal retraction. Controversial reaction papers. December 28, 1896, Archbishop of Manila, Father Bernardino Nosaleda requested the Jesuit professors of Rizal in Ateneo Municipal to give him some spiritual consolation. Part of this was to convince him to retract his premissionary linkage. Based on the statement of Father Vicente Balaguer in Murcia, Spain on August 8, 1917. December 29, 1896, Father Balaguer went to the Rizal on 11 a.m. together with Fray Jose Villaclara, tried to convince him to write a retraction paper, but still believing in the Holy Scriptures, Rizal supposedly refused to retract his anti-Catholic views by explaining. Allegedly, friars agreed with this deal after their conversation. Father Balaguer reported to the Archbishop that the only hope to save the life of Rizal was to retract. 2 p.m., Rizal had talks with Father Estanilio March and Father Jose Villaclara, then Father Balaguer returned to his cell at 3:30 p.m. to discuss again. The retraction history did not know about the result of their second discussion. 5:30 p.m., Don Silviano Lopez Tuñon, the Dean of the Manila Cathedral, accompanied by Fathers Balaguer, March, and Villaclara, to talk with Rizal and exchange some views with him. Historians did not find any papers about there, but one thing is for sure, there was about the retraction paper of Rizal. Before he took his last supper, he had confessed to Fray Paura. Afterwards, an amiable talk happened to Rizal and Manila Royal Audiencia Fiscal Don Gaspar Casiano at 9:30 p.m. I retract with all my heart anything in my words, writing, publication, and conduct that has been contrary to my character as a child of church. I declare this spontaneously in order to repair any scandal which my acts may have caused, and so that God and man may pardon me. The retraction paper was also signed by two witnesses, Wandels Fresno, chief of the Civil Guards, who watched Rizal in Port Santiago, and Elo Maury, adjutant of Plaza in Intramuros. Nevertheless, the alleged retraction paper signed by Rizal did not do anything. Spanish military court became firm on its decision to sentence him to death by means of firing squad, as duly allowed by Governor General Camilo G. Folabeja. Evidence of Rizal retraction, the statement of Federico Moreno. The retraction paper was found in 1935. The issue on Rizal retraction was proven because of a document that could be an independent eyewitness account. The spy records of Federico Moreno from the members of Corpio de Vigilancia, Manila. This Corpio were the Spanish spy stationed in present cell of Rizal during his stay in Intramuros. December 30, 1896, Rizal woke up at 3 a.m. to hear Mass and confess his sin. At 4 a.m., he read the book Imitation of Christ by Thomas A. Kempis. Done personal stuff at 5 a.m. and eat his last breakfast, 3 soft-boiled eggs based on Asuncion Lopez Bantog or 3 hard-boiled eggs based on Ambet Ocampo. During the walk, Rizal was talking the priest with passed by the Ateneo. What a beautiful morning on days like this. I used to talk a walk here with my sweetheart. At Bagumbayan, he shook hands with this lawyer and bade farewell to the friars. Rizal requested the commander that he should facing the firing squad, but he was denied. He just requested to be shot not in head but in back near on his heart, not in kneeling position and without the traditional blindfold. A military physician, Felipe Ruiz Castellano, checked his pulse and saw it normal. Priest offered him to kiss across a peak, but he refused. With the command, the 8 Filipino executioners with another row of Spanish Guardia Civil aimed to his back. Preparado, apunten!
¡Apunten! Consumatum est!
Masama bang lumaban para sa kalayaan? Masama bang ipaglaban ang bayan sa pang-aabuso at pang-aapi? Masama bang magsalita para sa takot mga tuwiran? Krimen pang matuturing ang pagkababayani sa sariling bansa? Pinili ng taong mamatay upang tubusin ang animoy patay na bayan? Ang agulgol ng iyak nito sa sakit na darama, mas pipiliin kong mamatay na katayo kaysa mabuhay na nakaluhod pa rin. Mamatay akong natatanaw sa likod ng dilim ang mukhang liwayway. Kung kailangan mo ng pulang pangulay, dugo ko'y gamitin. Sa kapanahonan ng ang liwanag mo ay lalong